Hey y'all, hey, happy day to you. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching today's video. If you missed Tuesday's episode, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss anything else. And because I care about you, here's a quick recap. The squad did it. They graduated and immediately went out to start their life adventure. After using their graduation money to buy a beautiful lot with an amazing view, they were broke. Like, flat broke. No money for food or house. So they knew they were going to have to go about this rags to riches style. Knowing this, they jumped right into survival mode. Catching fish to sell at the market. Picking flowers to sell to the men in town trying to romance the ladies. And gathering every seed possible. So when it came time to harvest, they would also be harvesting in some cash. After a day full of hard labor, they found refuge at the gym. Hey, it wasn't pretty, but it kept them from sleeping on the ground. When the gym opened in the morning, the squad got up before too many people came in. They freshened up before heading back to the family lot. Aria was the first to sum up what yesterday was. Wow, that wasn't so horrible. I mean, we didn't die, and we didn't starve. I would say a win is a win. I agree. And this might sound a little crazy, but I actually had a really fun time fishing yesterday. It was just me and my girls out there taking care of business, fishing on the beach, living off the grid. Sage. So, Maddie, what's the plan for today? Oh, I didn't know I needed to make one. Oh, I know. Let's go sell all of our stuff and see how we did. Aria, you can plant all of those great seeds you found and get a garden going. Sage, why don't you head over to the market and sell the fish you caught? Your hook and line were a rock star with snatching up those fish. And I'll take my flowers into town and see who I can sell a couple of bouquets to. And then I'll also go and do some more fishing. How does that sound? Sounds like a plan. After agreeing, they all jumped into action. Aria had collected a good number of known and unknown seeds at the park. Her garden would be humble, but once things were ready to harvest, the cash that she brought in would be grand. Sage headed over to the grocery store to sell her fish. Madison was right. Maybe along with being super creative, she was also kind of sporty. She did a great job catching and really reeling in some big cash catches. She was feeling super proud of herself. Madison headed into town and unloaded all the flowers that she picked. She was thinking maybe she should let Aria or Sage help her making the bouquets next time. They were the artistic ones. After making her sales, she headed over to the beach to give her hand at fishing again. While she was there, she was struck with just how blessed they were. They started off with nothing but a half plan and determination. Now, they would have some cash from the fish sales and a small garden. Let's be honest, spring was being very good to them. The fish were in season, the flowers were blooming like crazy, and the number of seeds Aria was able to find was just mind-blowing. They would have a tiny home built up in no time. Then after that, an actual house. And then, who knows, a mansion? They had the lot space for it. I mean, they weren't the land grab family, but they could build a nice, tasteful mansion up on their hill. She smiled to herself, realizing that she might be being just a little delulu. But what was wrong with that? It was a beautiful day, and she was feeling super confident. So she took a break and hit the dance floor. she was feeling pretty hopeful. That is, until good old overthinking started to creep in, and she began to worry. Yes, they were all working together as a team. Yes, they were making progress. Yes, they were living a sustainable life, but were they really? Spring wasn't always going to be around. Summer should treat them okay, but then fall and winter were coming, and if they didn't have shelter by then, that was a formula for sure disaster. While her body was still moving on the dance floor, her brain was moving even faster, and her anxiety was rising even faster than that. So she left the dance floor, ran over to the library, and started writing. What better thing to write about than her current lived experience? She knew that it was something that people would be interested in. Almost every day would give her something new to write about. And making it a series means that she could continue it. She didn't want to let the squad down. Going out on their own like this was kinda her idea. She couldn't let the momentum stop, and knew that she had a skill that could keep them fed no matter what the season. Now, the big question was, how the heck would she explain the checks to the squad? You know what? That sounds like a tomorrow problem. All she knew for today was that when the water froze over and the plants went dormant, they would have her weekly royalty checks coming in. No matter what the weather was, they were going to be okay. And she was going to make sure of that. At the end of the day, they met at the family lot to check in with each other. Sage asked, "So, how's the day for everybody?" "I think it was pretty good. I have no complaints. What about you, Maddie?" "Yeah, it was good. Let's get some sleep. Tomorrow's another day." I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You don't want to miss what's coming up next. Bye.